Well, a very good morning from Phuket. It's a little before 3 a.m. and I'm off to Phuket International Airport. Phuket International Airport, otherwise known as HKT, now offers two terminals, one for domestic flights, arrivals and departures, and one for international flights. Today we're going to be travelling out of the domestic terminal because we're travelling up to Bangkok. And for today's flights we are going to be using a budget airline known as AirAsia. Now, I have used this airline on many occasions before for both domestic travel within Thailand and international travel as well. I've always found the service they offer to be very good. Personally, I've never suffered any major delays and I've always found their ticket prices to be very reasonable. So if you are looking at doing some travelling within Thailand for domestic flights, then AirAsia is a good, reasonable airline to choose. Well, we've just arrived, gone through security, got our boarding cards, and we're ready now for our flight to Bangkok. This is the domestic terminal at Phuket International Airport. It's changed a lot. It used to be the international section, but they've converted it over now. I've got two terminals, one for international flights and one for domestic. It's a little bit quiet this morning because it's 4 o'clock in the morning, not many people about. We're just waiting for our flight now to go up to Bangkok, which leaves in just over an hour's time. The domestic terminal offers a small range of shops. However, because it's early in the morning, most of these shops are in fact closed. They normally open around 6 a.m, but of course our flight is leaving before then, so most of the facilities are currently closed.
Thank you, sir. One more.
AirAsia do offer an in-flight service of food, drinks and snacks, etc. But like most other budget airlines, this is of course at an additional cost, and this service will vary depending on the duration of your flight. However, if you wish to take advantage of the in-flight service, you can either place an order at the time of booking your ticket, or alternatively you can pay for food and drink during the flight, but just be aware that not all the meal options will be available unless pre-ordered. Flight times from Phuket to Bangkok are around the 1 hour 20 minute mark, depending on which airport you're landing at. There are actually two airports situated in Bangkok, Suvarnabhumi International, or the airport that we're landing at today, which is Don Muang. I've always found the AirAsia flights to be a very pleasant and cost-effective way of getting from Phuket to Bangkok, or vice versa. Well, we've just landed in Bangkok at Don Muang Airport and we're making our way now to catch our next flight. If you're flying into this airport to visit the centre of Bangkok rather than like myself just passing through, then the airport does offer some good transport facilities such as cabs outside. There's plenty of cabs, very easy to get into downtown Bangkok from here. There's also bus services if that's something that you're interested in looking at. As well as that, there are plenty of hire car booths if you wish to hire a car yourself and drive into the centre of Bangkok. We're just coming through the arrivals part now, making our way back to departures, and we're going to go over and check in for our next flight up to Nakhon Phanom. We're just above the departure area. We haven't checked into our flight yet because we're a little bit early, but if you make your way upstairs, you've got quite a large food court on this level. You've got all your mainstream sort of Amazon Cafe, Burger King, McDonald's, all those type restaurants. but they are quite expensive, to be honest. You're going to be paying over 300 baht for a burger. But if you make your way through the food court area over to the far side and round the back, there's an area where they're selling a lot of Thai food, noodles and all sorts of different dishes, and they are a lot more reasonably priced. A lot of the stuff there starting from around 50 baht or upwards, depending on what you buy, and I think that's a little bit better value than these bigger mainstream restaurants that are at the front. A lot of choice here at this airport, I have to say. But of course, just like any other airport, it can be expensive if you're going to eat here.
โปรดทราบขอเชิญคุณศศิรพัฒน์ศรีบุญเรืองคุณศศิรพัฒน์
Once you go through the security and into the departure area, there are quite a few shops to choose from. Some restaurants, of course. A wife now looking at bags. Well, we've just checked in, come down to the gate, ready to go up to Nakhon Phanom. The flight's leaving in about 40 minutes. I'm going to be making my way from Nakhon Phanom down to Mukdahan. You're probably wondering why I'm going to the east of Thailand, the eastern side of Thailand. Well, I'm having to renew my marriage visa, so I'm going over into Laos to Savannakhet, the embassy in there, to make my new visa. Well, we are now on our second flight of the day. We've left Bangkok heading towards Nakhon Phanom. This flight should take roughly 1 hour 30 minutes. Once we arrive, we're going to make our way from the airport downtown to the main bus station, and from the bus station we then catch a minibus to Mukdahan, where we will be staying overnight. I should also say the second flight up to Nakhon Phanom is also with AirAsia. Today's flights have all run on time, I'm glad to say. I've flown with AirAsia quite a lot in the past, both domestic and international. Never had any major problems. I've always found the staff to be polite and courteous. Prices are very good, so maybe well worth taking a look at AirAsia if you're planning to do any internal flights in Thailand. Well, we've just arrived at Nakhon Phanom. It's a lot smaller airport than I imagined. Probably the smallest terminal that I've been to before. Compared to the rest of the airports that we normally go to, this is very small. Okay, well, we've just got some tickets for the minivan to go downtown to Nakhon Phanom. It's just cost us 100 baht each. The journey down into Nakhon Phanom's main bus station will take roughly 20 minutes from the airport, depending on the amount of stops the driver makes. Once you're at the main bus station, you are going to be able to purchase tickets for onward journeys. In our case, we're going to Mukdahan. That ticket costs 80 baht per person. Now, there is a minibus that runs directly out of the airport going to Mukdahan. However, if you decide to take this option, it is going to be a lot more expensive, believe it or not, than catching a minibus from the airport to the main bus station and then the bus station to Mukdahan. As we were in no rush, we decided to save ourselves the money, which worked out at just over 400 baht, and as we were staying in Mukdahan overnight and that accommodation was costing us 500 baht, so the saving almost covered that night's accommodation. Well, we've just arrived in Mukdahan at the bus station. Quite a good journey actually from Nakhon Phanom, no problems. It took just over an hour to get here. So we left at 4 o'clock this morning in Phuket, caught the flight at 5:30, and it is now 1 o'clock in the afternoon. We're just going to have some food here at the bus station. There's a few small stalls. We're starving, so we haven't had anything since this morning. Thought we'd have some food before we make our way over to the hotel. There's also plenty of taxis outside as well if you need to go to your hotel. So if you're coming over here, maybe you're going to do a visa or you're just interested in seeing this area, then it's quite easy to travel here. Okay, it looks like we've decided to take a tuk-tuk up to the hotel now. Yeah, they're not expensive, so it's 30 baht each, so we've decided to take the tuk-tuk. So this is our mode of transport. From the bus station up to the hotel, little tuk-tuk. Great way of getting around these tuk-tuks. I love them when I get the chance to go on them, and they're quite cheap here, so like Bangkok, they can work out quite expensive, but of course out here in the sticks, very cheap, 30 baht. Go from here, it's not far, we've only got a little ways to go, saves us walking. Well, I hope you've enjoyed today's video, and if so, please do remember to give it a thumbs up and share it on your social media. If there's more you want to know about Phuket and Thailand in general, then please do consider subscribing to my channel. Don't forget to check out the links down below. There's my social media links and also my affiliate links. There's a link there for Agoda, so if you're thinking about booking a hotel, then please do go check that out. There's also a link called Tracy, which is a company that specialise in day trips, shows, tickets, etc. at some great prices, so do check that out. So as always, thanks for watching, and I will catch you on the next one.